I'm Wayne Parham from Police Magazine, and this is Coffee Break with Police Experts. This week I'm in St. Louis at ILEETA, and at the moment I'm joined by Lawrence Kehoe from MILO. And Lawrence, if you just tell me a little bit about what you do at MILO and what you've been showing people.
Absolutely.
Here this week.
So my position at MILO is the training content specialist. I oversee our scenario library, trying to advance our new content, bringing in some of these the new philosophies of training that we're seeing, some of the current events issues that we see. We try to bring that into the training. So on top of basically overseeing and that creating the scenarios, I'll bring in subject matter experts on my own, and we'll use them to make sure that all the behaviors are accurate. The realism, it should be where it's at, and it's been nice for me to see that on the private sector side, coming from law enforcement, did 11 years and various assignments, so I'm able to take that experience and translate it into training scenarios and methods that are wide-reaching all over the world. So I feel very, very blessed to be in the position I'm in.
And you told me earlier about some new elements of the simulation that you tried to showcase this week.
Absolutely. So MILO is the sponsor, along with ILEETA, for the ILEETA Cup Scenario Challenge. I wanted to do something different this year with that. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of police ambushes lately that we've seen. So we sort of started the scenario that way, utilizing the shot box, a loud audible gunfire simulation. And then throughout the scenario, we also incorporated the AUFIRE device that Tim Pierce designed. Basically mimics a limb disabling injury on wherever you're wearing the device. So it mimics, you lose control of the limb, you may have to transition from one hand to the next, and that'll continue for as long as the scenario is going. And you can change arms and retransition and go back and forth. And then it really creates not only the physical feeling of pain and fighting through that, but the ability that maybe you can't even use the limb. It's a big improvement on just sticking a hand in a pocket and just saying don't use that hand anymore.
And how long has MILO had that? Is that fairly new or well established?
Yeah, we've just began starting. AUFIRE has been around for probably several years. We've just started to incorporate his technology with some of our scenarios. Okay,
so this is something past here that agencies can roll into their training scenarios.
Absolutely. The videos on the AUFIRE website are incredible. They're very tough, durable pieces of equipment. Roll around, wrestle at certain points. Maybe you do have your arm is snapped or you're injured, and he can activate it, and it'll stay activated as you're rolling and fighting, and it's just an incredible tool.
Now, when you put an officer into a scenario, would this be outfitted to both arms?
Sure.
So he wouldn't know which one would take the injury?
Exactly. We actually did think of that. If it's a righty shooter in the scenario we ran here, would we just do a right arm? But we said everyone's going to have both sleeves. That way, if they're a righty or a lefty, they're not going to know or when it's going to happen. So that increases the tension, the anxiety, and we noticed all through the people that ran it yesterday. We noticed after the first time, it took them a minute to get dialed in, control their breathing, make accurate shots, and then the next portion where it happens again, they were all very accurate and more comfortable to deal with that.
Well, it's all about a scenario, and that's an actual scenario that could happen,
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
How do you stay on top of content and always know where to come up with the fresh ideas?
Yeah, I do a lot of monitoring of not only local news, national news. I'm fortunate to have a lot of connections still in law enforcement, so I'll see something on the news, call them, hey, what really happened? Because we know sometimes the articles don't paint the full picture. So if it's an ongoing type of situation we see more and more of, then we know to focus our direction to that, create scenario content for that, such as active shooter is always popular, CIT, crisis intervention, de-escalation, all things that we have to have a wide range of topics that are covered.
And then when it's time to design some new element in, what's that design cycle like? I mean, if all of a sudden some new crime trend forms that we don't see right now, but 6 months from now we see as a major issue, how quickly can you get scenarios and creatives around to support that?
Yeah, we're with a completely clean slate, open schedule. We can have scenarios planned, filmed, obviously depends on the complexity, but planned, film, and on a simulator within days.
Wow.
You know, that we have a very good system now. It takes time to develop, you know, the processes, but by then we can post the new scenario packs is what we call it. We can have those on the website in days, and customers go in, download, and you have all new content. Just
And
this
that's the
year.
key. Once you have that customer relationship, it's easy to funnel new content. to
Yeah,
them.
just this year alone, we're at about 50 new scenarios, and we're only in March?
Right,
Is it
wow.
still March?
Wow.
So we're really trying to upgrade, and the more options, the better. And obviously, technology improves, filming abilities improve. So we're trying to stay on top of that.
Wonderful. Well, anything else to add?
No, I don't think so. It's been awesome to be here. It's my first year. I've had a great time, and I was able to do another podcast, and so it's fun to make the rounds and sort of let people see, you know, where we're coming from and what we can offer.
Well, yeah, it's great for anybody to come and participate because of the peer connections they develop and just the exposure. So
Absolutely.
hopefully everybody got a chance to come in and visit with MILO this week.
Yeah, and we'll be around. So look us up, give us a call, whatever you need.
Okay. Thanks, Lawrence.
Thank you.